Over recent times, huge advancements have been made to the communication of animals. Recent discoveries have seen owls talking to dolphins. At the forefront of this field is Professor Timothy Fielding.
Good evening.
And his gorilla, Gerald. Timothy, is it true that you and Gerald can communicate in a way that we would understand?
Oh yes, you can speak one or two actual words. Well, of course it was difficult to even get to this stage. When I first caught Gerald in the Congo in 67, I think it was.
1968.
68. There was a lot to be done with him. He was very slow, so I had to sort of work with him on a sort of one-to-one basis.
If I might just butt in at this point, Tim, I should say that I have put in a considerable amount of work here myself. Your teaching methods do leave something to be desired.
It's a bit ungrateful, don't you think?
For example, your diction is terrible.
Hang on, sorry, can I put things into a little bit of perspective? When I caught Gerald in 68, he was completely wild.
Wild? I was livid.
Can I just bring this back? So, how did Gerald react when you took him from the Congo?
Well, to begin with, he did attempt to make contact with his old phalange of gorillas.
It's a whoop, Professor. A whoop of gorillas. It's a phalange of baboons, for God's sake.
He sent me the occasional letter, but I didn't really see the point, because they either wiped their bottoms with them or ate them. So
I know, you never got on with my mother.
She didn't exactly like me, did she?
She got on perfectly well with David Attenborough.
David Attenborough. That's all I hear, isn't it? David bloody Attenborough.
Let's leave David out of this, shall we?
Just shut up and eat a banana.
So, Gerald, I was wondering, do you have a mate?
Yes, I've got lots of mates. There's a professor, there's his son Toby, there's Raymond next door.
You didn't tell me you were friendly with Raymond.
Do I have to tell you everything?
Just keep this under control there. I heard you've been doing some work, TV adverts maybe. How do you spend your earnings?
Well, I suppose you think that it's all going towards peanuts, bananas and carpet cleaner.
No, not at all.
Well, about 95% of it goes to that, yes. But the other 5% goes to little luxuries. I'm very keen on David Bowie.
Yes, you're not kidding, are you? Space Oddity blaring out the speakers at all hours while I'm downstairs trying to do some work.
The production on that album is amazing.
Shut up.
Look, I went to evening classes.
Shut up about your bloody evening classes.
Aristotle once said...
You pretentious little twat. You're wrecking my life's work. Tramping all around the garden eating the daffodils.
I do not eat
Yeah, well,
daffodils.
somebody does, don't they?
Well, thank you for that. Gerald? Anything? Gerald and Professor Timothy Fielding, or Joe Gayton, and Hans.